Shooting with this camera has never been so addictive. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome back to Gadget Rev Now. Another crossover camera series, and today we will talk about the Insta360 Go 2 mid-2022. There's so many action cameras out there, different size and prices, but I think this is still one of the best action or vlogging camera you will find today. With its size, shooting videos has never been so addictive as you can practically do anything. So today we'll talk about the things we love, the things we hate, and my recommendations. First, let's talk about the things we love. Insta360 Go 2 is so small. It's practically small and super light. You know, there's a lot of case that this camera fell off and the owners didn't notice it. Honestly, there's almost no weight to it, and you know, you won't even notice. It's a perfect vlogging camera for travel as you can fit it anywhere easily. And if you decide to vlog, it's non-intrusive because of its size. People will not even notice it, but the quality of the output you'll get is so amazing. Next is the 1440p resolution. It's not 4K, but I think it's good enough. For my intended purpose, which is to vlog every day, this is good enough. 1440p is somewhere in the middle of Full HD and 4K. They call it Quad HD or 2K video recording. The videos are still sharp even though you watch this on a bigger screen or tablet. The good thing about 1440p is the file size. You will save a little bit on your drive, and it's not as heavy as 4K in post. Next is protection. So there's three things. This is shockproof, waterproof, and the lens is protected. For waterproofing, you can submerge this to water, do some diving with it, and it will be fine. For shockproofing, I don't know if it's marketed as shockproof, but I dropped it a few times, mostly when I'm moving it on the case and over my head and did nothing. This is one indestructible camera. Also, there's a lens cover that is swappable. In case you scratch it heavily, you can also put ND filters for some creative shots. Next is a great stabilization in Pro mode. I mean, this looks like a toy, but inside it packs really good stabilization. The stabilization is buttery smooth. This is perfect for action, walking, and moving vlogs as it practically makes your video super stable and people will enjoy your footage. Insta360 Go 2 did really well on this category. Next is the multifunction rechargeable case. So let's start with the charging. Insta360 called it Supercharge. A 30 minutes of charging can record 2.5 hours. I'm not sure about the 2.5 hours, it will probably get me less than that, but it will take 30 minutes to get it to 100%. The case also acts as a holder or monopod, something to grab when you're vlogging. It also has the menu and record button for easy navigation and recording. It can also act as a tripod, and the best part, it has a screw mount, so you can mount this to another tripod or monopod extension. Next thing we love about this is the horizon leveling. You can attach this to anything or any position and still maintains the horizon level. You can only see this on the newer GoPros or DJI action cameras, but Insta360 Go 2 has this thing long time ago and it works just fine. The next thing we love is the wide field of view. You can choose between wide, linear, or narrow, and the best thing about the wide field of view is even though you don't have a screen, you know that you'll be in focus 100% of the time. I never had any issue vlogging with this camera, so yeah, no screen, no problem. The next thing I love about this camera is the 32 gigs internal storage. I think it's 1 gig per 1 minute of 1440 video, so you can continuously record 30 minutes without interruption. I think for me personally, 30 minutes of vlogging is long enough, unless you're a celebrity that people want to watch all day. And the best part, you don't have to worry about swapping your memory card. And lastly, the quick tap assignments. The lower part of the camera is actually a clickable button. You can assign 4 different modes for quick tap, double tap, single press, and double press. So you can assign video, photo, slow-mo, or time-lapse, or anything on each press depending on your need. Yeah, so there's a lot of positive things that I love about this camera. Next, let's talk about the things that we hate. The first thing that I hate is the shutter lag. So once you press record on the actual camera, there's like a good second after vibrating that the camera will start to record. The first time I use this camera, I have a full day of bad recording. It cuts off the first part of the video. The next issue I have is the overheating issues. This camera overheats really quick and that affects the battery life too. I noticed that the battery drops faster when it starts to overheat, so I charge it and cool it down in between takes, which is a bummer. Next is the non-removable battery that makes this camera disposable. I have a 10-year-old camera that I still use until now that performs really well based on my needs. I don't think this camera can last for 10 years, maybe give it 3 to 4 years, and your $300 is gone. Next is the audio performance, cause the mic is sitting on the top. So if you put this on your shirt and talk, it's pretty good, but if you hold it facing you, your voice will be a little weak. Sound check, this is the sound that's coming out of Insta360 Go 2 when tucked in my shirt. And this is the sound of Insta360 Go 2 when handheld. You can always adjust the volume in post, but that's an extra step. And lastly, the annoying export process. Since you have an internal storage, you have to connect this to Insta app to download or export the files. And that's the problem with the internal storage. Unlike if you have the SD card, you just insert it on your laptop, and with just few minutes, you got all the recordings. Here you have to wait a little longer for the Wi-Fi export. So those are the deal breakers for me, but overall, this is a great camera. So, recommendations. This camera is not recommended if you need a 4K video recording. It only has Quad HD. Also, if you need a bigger and longer battery, it is just decent considering how small it is, 210 mAh. You may lose this quickly because of the size. It is lightweight and only gets supported by magnets. And this is highly recommended to everyone who wants the smallest and the easiest camera to vlog. This is so portable like a hidden camera because of the size, and the quality you will get from this, I find this price really cheap. The photos, especially the videos, has good colors, it has good stabilization and slow-mo. You will love it. I can say the moment I started shooting with Insta360 Go 2, because of how small it is, I became addictive. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.